And all new tonight, most of us know what it's like to hit on hard times.
Yeah, maybe you're late paying the rent a time or two. This is not that story.
Teresa Marchette has been investigating a case of a landlord versus a tenant, and this case has gotten ugly quickly.
The most recent landlord just wanted to rent out her condo, and she seemed to do everything right. Now she's embroiled in an expensive legal battle with a tenant she says lied to get in and refuses to get out.
I started to search public records, went to the courthouse, got at least 15 different lawsuits involving her. Criminal and civil offenses.
It's not exactly how Dr. Jenny Emmett wanted to kick off the new year.
And then I knew that there was something that was amiss.
The surgeon turned sleuth after receiving a flurry of emails between her new tenant and her management company.
She sent multiple threatening emails about lawsuits and that she's going to have an emergency ex parte hearing with a judge at 8 a.m. on Monday morning if the heat is not fixed. And so, of course, I thought, well, wow, that's strange. The heat was working the day she moved in 12 days ago.
The tenant is Andrea Bankoff. These pictures are from charity events several years ago. The emails she sent are at times rambling and hard to follow. Bankoff makes claims of elder abuse, a neighborhood conspiracy, and says the newly refurbished condo she rented is uninhabitable.
I had my heating guy that has worked on that house for 10 years come over on a Sunday morning at 8:30. And he said the heat is working completely fine. She's running the air conditioner.
Bankoff signed a lease in December to rent Emmett's upstairs unit in Cherry Creek for $2,500 a month. And North Point Asset Management, the company hired to screen applicants, signed off on her.
They said she had no infractions on the background check that they had performed.
On December 28th, just 12 days after her tenant moved in, Emmett started doing her own digging.
And it showed additional infractions, restraining orders that she'd violated, multiple DUIs, at least 4. She was on house arrest for 45 days because she'd been driving without a license after she'd had so many DUIs.
The list was so long, even just one of these offenses would have scared off Emmett from leasing to her. But that's not all. We pulled our own public records and confirmed criminal infractions, including those Emmett found, dating back to a shoplifting offense in 2003, several civil judgments for thousands in unpaid debts, even a tax lien. And we found something else, multiple prior evictions from 2008 to 2010. We mapped it out. Public records show Bankoff was evicted from condos at 40 Madison Street. The owner got a civil judgment against Bankoff. 15 Jackson Street. For non-payment, this owner also got a civil judgment. And 116 South Garfield, again evicted for non-payment. Dr. Emmett's condo is also on South Garfield. But when asked on her application if she'd ever been evicted, had any criminal offenses, or had been the defendant in a civil suit, Bankoff answered, no, no, no. I wanted to ask Bankoff to explain what happened. I tried several times to reach her, including at the condo Dr. Emmett owns. Do people lie on their applications?
Absolutely. We've experienced a few times where people lie on their applications, and we usually catch them. Leases will say if you lie on your application, then it's means in which for us to terminate the lease. Easier said than done.
We asked a property management specialist. She says companies should catch these things.
In regards to prior evictions, tenants sometimes will just hope that you don't do a check on it.
Her application was so suspicious, saying that she made $23,000 a month as a writer who was self-employed.
Dr. Emmett has started court proceedings to evict Bankoff. In an email, her attorney says Ms. Bankoff denies all the allegations and that her client has filed both a motion to dismiss the lawsuit and a counterclaim against Dr. Emmett and her management company.
This woman is malicious in the way that she finds properties and really tries to skirt the system.
The eviction process could take weeks or longer and cost Emmett thousands of dollars. Remember, this is her home.
I don't want another property owner to go through this, especially with this same woman.
Teresa Marchette, Denver 7.
And Bankoff's attorney says she is current on her rent and she's the one that's been wronged, and she's now seeking damages for emotional anguish and invasion of privacy.
But past landlords tell Teresa that there's a pattern. Complain about the unit, stop paying, refuse to leave, find eviction. They go to court March 8th.